Please tell me about your final idea. What was the big thoughts you were trying to get across?
In my final idea, it was inspired a lot by the tabletop miniature games that I played growing up, and that kind of love for model making that has really driven me to where I am now. My piece is definitely a culmination of all the skills that I've learned over my time here.
What I love so much about your work is the amount of detail that you've managed to get into things. I love the way you incorporated 3D printing. I love the way you made everything your own. And of course, the absolute master stroke was the camouflage that you managed to paint on. Obviously, the next question is going to be, which bit of the industry do you want to work in?
At the moment, I'm looking for jobs in miniature sculpting and miniature design and model making, both working in practically and physically with materials and sculpting digitally as well.
So my big idea was predominantly inspired by game design and character design. I wanted to work on a female character with a companion, similar to like Jack and Daxter. And I also like the style of Blizzard Entertainment games like Overwatch. And in Overwatch, they often release like new skins and designs. For an expansion of my idea, I decided to redesign my design inspired by both a character from X-Men and a character from D&D game called Critical Role.
What you've managed to do, Emily, which is just such a difficult thing to do, but you've done it so well, is you've managed to create empathy.
I wanted people to like drawn to them and want to protect them as like if they were playing them as a video game.
So would you see yourself more happily working in the digital realm rather than making physical objects?
I enjoy both. I think I find digital processes quicker to learn for me.
Yeah.
However, to be able to work on creature effects and learning how to mold and cast at Wimbledon has been like an incredible asset.
It all started from my interest in digital and new technologies. The presence is growing and growing in this age, and I've always been interested in how they shape our ways of accessing information or the very basic gestures of our life, and in the end how these all amount to manipulating our very fundamental values of life and in our society.
But you managed to introduce humour into it. I don't know if it was intentional, but the potato sculptures just look so fantastic.
I had fun sculpting with them actually. They're a nice material. Getting that opportunity and endless amount of time at home to try out these digital programs, which I've always been very evasive towards actually, but I took it as a chance to really grasp the whole concept of it and to be more open about it.
I was looking into transhumanism for my dissertation, and I got really fascinated by the process of cryonic preservation. A lot of them go through this process where essentially only their head is preserved, and I thought that was really macabre and really interesting, so I wanted to explore that. Because I was dealing with this historical character, and there isn't a lot of reference material to dig from.
Yeah.
So I cast an actor for the role, which I knew that I would be able to find a lot of different angles of their head. That's how I was able to produce a portrait, essentially, rather than sort of an imaginary version of this character. There's a lot of elements that I would like to take further. The headpiece, the animatronic element, which both sort of fed into also the themes of the piece.
So I kind of wanted to start with trying to change anatomy. For this, I really wanted to look at films such as The Thing and Annihilation, because I love that there's some kind of alien force that's changing a body. I think I just wanted to look at more kind of character design, but in a really subtle kind of way.
And what I love that the many-handed female figure. Tell us about that.
I wanted to do a female character, But I thought since I'm doing this shapeshifter idea, I could definitely expand upon that a little bit. For some reason, this creature, it assimilates into human form. So I thought it'd be interesting if it saw like a tarantula or like a predator and tried to turn itself into that to make itself more effective in combat. I really like conceptualizing ideas, but I'd still want to be able to, make... the video game industry appealed to me a lot for that reason.